let's talk about relations and functions. So let me make sure the Zoom is correct. Let me write this guy here and then check the Zoom. Yep. So let's talk about relation. What is a relation? So first of all, remember that when we are talking about ordered pairs, a collection of ordered pairs or points is called a relation. So when we are talking about a relation, you are just actually taking a bunch of points from XY plane. So if you have your XY plane, if you have x-axis, y-axis, and you have a bunch of points, these points, they can be anywhere in your plane. You can take some of them and define a relation. For example, suppose I take these points. So a collection of ordered pairs or points is called a relation. So I'm going to define a relation here. I'm going to say that, hey, relation R is the set of points here. You might be interested in defining a new relation. Of course, why not? You can take, for example, these points here. They might have overlap. That's absolutely fine with us. You might define a new relation like S. You might be interested in defining another relation like these points here. You have a new relation like T. So far we defined 3 relations. We can define relations R, S, and T. As I mentioned, just a collection of points. They might have relation together, meaningful relation together, or they might be just a bunch of points. Example that you saw and you're familiar with. Example. The following is a meaningful relation that you saw in algebra. For example, I'm going to define this relation this way. I'm going to say that relation, for example, R is equal to the set of points X and Y such that they satisfy the following condition. X squared plus Y squared is 1. Hey, I have a bunch of points. I have set of points. These are just points, right? In XY plane. But at the same time, they satisfy this condition. These points satisfy the condition, the property of being x squared plus y squared equals to 1. If you take your x values, if you take your y values, square them, add them together, it is 1. But we already know what this is. We learned it in algebra. From algebra, I know this is just a unit circle. If I want to graph this, so just a bunch of points in XY plane. Can just take some of these points and graph them. You don't have to have all of them, just some of them to show the pattern. and then you connect them together, and you have your unit circle. This is this guy here, this condition here. So this relation represents a unit circle. 1, 1, -1, and -1. Unit circle. So some relations are meaningful, some others, they don't have any meaning. They just have a bunch of points in XY plane. Note that, guys, this is not a function. It doesn't pass vertical line test. Not a function. For a function, they have a different definition. We need to add some conditions here. This is just a relation. Some points that satisfy or might not satisfy a condition. This is a relation for you.